All right, Schlockmeister fans, we're going to review something I haven't seen in probably almost 30 years. It's called Blood Castle. Let's check it out. All right, our movie starts with this drunk who is wandering through town and discovers a dead woman's body. This is Ivana. She is going to work as a biochemist for
Thank you, but I'm not staying.
the Baron.
You see, I'm on my way somewhere else.
Well, in that case, allow me to wish you bon voyage.
Thank you.
There's a string of murders of young women in this town. They think it might be the Baron who lives up in the castle.
Now, even the plague only killed two. I say the only answer is to burn that castle to the ground.
Apparently there was a fire at the
You
castle
ask me,
not long ago.
Anyhow, one morning as it was experimenting away, boom! When they found the good Baron, he looked like the leftovers of a roast, what got left in the oven.
It was a young girl. They say that Baron Janus took her by force, and when he'd had his will, he set his beasts upon her. Torn to shreds, she was the other girls too. Every one the Baron's had was found like that.
So she's actually going to work for the Baron's younger brother, Janos.
Ivana Trinka-Rakovsky. Rakovsky? Have you papers of any kind?
Apparently it was the Baron's older brother, Igor, who died in the fire. There's some jealousy here. She doesn't want this lady coming in there. She wants the Baron for herself. And now we see the Baron.
In the village. I would like to make it
He doesn't
clear
want her
that I
because he
never
thought
lived
she
in
was a
Gotham.
man.
It's not my concern anyway.
3 months' salary.
I won't go.
But she refuses to leave. She wants to work as a biochemist, and by God, she's going to. Still, the jealousies persist.
You're a typically conceited woman, Olga. You're never going to realize that it's over and finished.
No, it's not over. I won't allow that vixen to take my place here. No, 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 no.
Anna took a bath.
What's the matter? Haven't you ever seen a lady take a bath? Not naked. Don't you take your bath in the nude? Well, almost.
The Baron allows her to stay and work for him.
If that's all fact, then why should we believe that what's been destroyed by fire must be lost to us forever?
He wants to rejuvenate
Well, I don't. And
burnt
if it takes the rest
tissue.
of my life, I swear I'll find a formula for the regeneration of carbonized matter. That...
Anyway, Ivana at night has nightmares. It looks like there's a hand grabbing her. The nightmares continue. She's now topless in bed, strung up.
As long as you don't resist, nothing will happen to you. You must obey me in every way.
But is it evidence?
They still think the Baron is responsible for the girls' deaths.
Each girl was horribly lacerated by what nearly everybody here says look like fangs. And the Baron possesses 2 ferocious, vicious man-eaters.
She talks about her dreams.
I could have sworn the dream was real, but it was actually happening. It was so vivid, I couldn't have imagined it all. I mean, it was so extraordinary.
Doctor, I believe I'm paying for chemical formulae to be solved, and not to hear descriptions of your nightmares.
The nightmares persist, where some strange man comes to her room.
No harm will come to you. You're so pure white like fine marble. No one will hurt you.
Now, apparently, every woman in town is obsessed with the Baron. They think he's a man's man and beautiful, and they all want him. Now, this is the woman we just saw, I believe, but that's not the Baron.
No!
This is some disfigured man. At one point, she thinks she's being chased.
All right.
Are these nightmares real? Are they happening?
Calm down, for God's sake.
Just try telling me it's all over now. You're not fooling anyone, Jan.
And now we see him. It's not Janos, it's not the Baron. It's Igor, his younger brother, who's not dead.
Victor is right, and is bound to find out eventually. Janos was with me all night.
It appears that you have one common story, in which case it's useless interrogating either of you.
The policeman thinks Janos might be responsible for these murders.
And I would like...
And thank you for not thinking me guilty of those murders.
On the contrary, I do think you're guilty.
What?
Yes, it was you, Janos. The truth of it is, you possess two personalities.
But that's ridiculous.
Ivana's wrong, of course. Igor is alive. Burnt to a crisp, but alive.
My most beloved little brother. How naive you are. How very naive to think I couldn't get out.
What on earth made you do it, Igor?
Can you imagine what it must be like to feel subhuman while one's own brother is healthy and takes carnal pleasure? Justice had to be done, Janos. My God, you commit such crimes with your own hands and then courted justice. The hands were mine. The criminal was you. Burning with desire. Why? They had to be killed. There'll be no more of it, though. I'll have you arrested. You'll pay, Igor. No, Janos.
This is the moment.
Well, Janos and Ivana end up getting married.
Guilty of murder.
And some disgruntled man in town shoots him. It's only a flesh wound, though. Janos will be fine.
I'm waiting.
Stay the way you are, pure and fresh.
It's Igor coming to
And I'll
Ivana's bed
love you
now.
always. I'll worship you till death do us part.
The reveal.
Are going to die.
And a fire starts. Go figure. Igor and the Baron get into a fight.
You could destroy me forever, but I'll have my revenge. You'll burn.
Janos tosses his brother into the fire. And that pretty much ends our film.
Janos, Janos. No, it's over.
All right, let's talk about this movie, Blood Castle. Now, I became familiar with this movie because back in the 80s when I used to rent movies and copy them, there were ads for, I believe it was Thriller Video, that would show movies or trailers for other films. And there was always 4 of them at the end of these boxes or these tapes, these movies. One was Blood Castle, one was The Screaming Dead, and they were really promoting the movie Breeders, which was a new movie at that time, made for video. And there's one other one, I can't remember offhand, but those were 3 out of the 4. So that's where we became familiar with Blood Castle. Eventually, my Schlockmeister brother Jeff found Blood Castle at a video store in Milwaukee, copied it. Eventually, I got a copy of it, and it turns out the movie's complete shit. That's what I thought of it at the time, anyway. He eventually acquired a pre-recorded VHS tape of this, or maybe I don't know. One of us had it. I have it now, and I remember borrowing it around that time and watching it, and I thought, man, this movie's bad. And I haven't seen it since. But I thought, you know what? It's been sitting there forever. I've had this DVD for 20 plus years. I'm going to watch this movie. So there you go. Anyway, so again, I hadn't seen this quite a while. It's like a Spanish-Italian combo. They made this film together. And this woman named Ivana is going to this castle somewhere because she took a job as a biochemist. The guy who lives up there, the Baron, his name is Janos, commissioned for someone to come and work for him. And so anyway, he's got like this formula laboratory set up in his basement. Ultimately, he wants to find a way to reanimate like charred flesh, I guess, or rejuvenate them. Turns out his younger brother, Igor, had died in a fire and was burnt to a crisp. So That's his goal in life. He initially doesn't want Ivana there because she's a woman, and he thought she was going to be a man with the name Ivana, though. I don't know, but whatever. She stays. Now, also going on in town, there's a series of murders happening. Some young women are being killed, and everybody seems to think the Baron's doing it, although he's not. What's ultimately happening. Also, Ivana then, every night she stays at the castle, she ends up having these weird nightmares where some creepy guy with charred fingers, you can read between the lines here, is like molesting her basically and torturing her a little bit. And turns out Igor is not dead. He is alive, but he's burnt to a crisp. His face looks like pepperoni. You know, he's a mess. And he's also been killing these women in town. Although for whatever reason, what his motivation is, I do not know. But that's what he's doing. And he has his heart set on Ivana. He thinks she's a lovely lady. She is. But Ivana wants the Baron, Janos. In fact, everybody wants Janos. He's like this ladies' man. Everybody seems to be obsessed with him. But it turns out that Igor keeps killing these women. Ultimately, near the end of the movie, Janos and Ivana do get married. Igor comes out of the woodwork and decides to reveal himself. Igor and Janos have a big fight with each other. A fire gets started, and Janos ends up throwing his brother into a fiery bed, collapses on him, and he presumably burns up for good this time. And that's how our movie ends. That's Blood Castle. So there you go. Metro Media put this out. I think that's, does Fred Olen Ray have something to do with that? I don't know. Retro Media, but not available on Blu-ray that I'm aware of. Again, I've had this DVD a long time. I'm guessing it's not expensive if you try to look for it on eBay or Amazon. I'll leave a link to Amazon down below if you're looking to get it. I didn't hate this as much as I thought I was going to do. It's a little long. It's 98 minutes. It probably could have been about 20 minutes less than that, to be honest with you, but I didn't hate it. There was a few nude scenes thrown in, which helped. The picture quality is not that great. It looks like it was burned right from the VHS tape that I already own. It could use to be cleaned up, put it that way. Will it ever see the light of day? Probably not. But hey, you never know. You know, your Vinegar Syndromes, your Severins, your Kino, your Scorpion. You just never know. So anyway, that's Blood Castle. Just a little weird oddity there. Check it out. Leave some comments and let me think about it. It's Blood Castle. Watch it. Bye.